Hey guys, it's the Long Couch, and welcome to episode 2 of Telltale's Batman Season 2, the enemy within, the Pact, which is a long and complicated way of giving you all the information that you need for this video, but there it all is, condensed into one sentence. Yeah, basically this is the second episode of the second season, guys, and if you didn't check out the first episode, you can check it out right there. If you did check it out, then I'll just give a really quick recap for those who may have forgotten, because it was about 2 months ago that we played it. And basically the Riddler showed up, started causing all kinds of mayhem. He ended up killing Lucius Fox, which was terrible. At the same time, Amanda Waller showed up with a new squad of her goons and kind of caused a rift between me and Gordon. The Joker was in there as well, kind of causing mayhem at the same time. And the way it all shook out was that the Riddler ended up getting killed. Gordon's very, very angry at us as Batman. And we're kind of getting in good with Amanda Waller, who typically is the leader of the Suicide Squad, but I don't think they're getting into that in this series just yet. There was other stuff going on, but I'm sure they'll give us a recap, and we'll pick up on other things as we get into it. So let's get in here. I like to play these episodes all in one go, and the first one was actually pretty long, so we should get started here. This is episode 2, The Pact. Here we go. This game series adapts to the choices you make. The story is tailored by how you play, but only to a very small degree.
A madman from Gotham's past returned to terrorize my city. He drew me into his twisted game, striking at the things I hold most dear. But I survived his deadly traps. I emerged the victor. But the cost was too great. Lucius Fox is dead. Riddler is dead. And with him the only lead I had to taking down the greatest danger Gotham has ever faced. And the person best equipped to help me is a threat to my deepest secret.
The Riddler was going to be my way in, once we captured him alive. But now I have you to lean on. A man who lives on both sides of the line, and knows exactly when to cross it. Yes, you and I will be working together very closely. Bruce Wayne.
That's right, she knows who I am. The Lady of Dublin.
First thing you need to know, I can keep your secret. And since you've been doing right by me, I'll continue to keep it. No reports, nothing. No one else needs to know. To deal with the present threat, though, I need both of you. The man inside and outside the mask. You have to understand, I'm not the enemy here. It may seem that way right now, but I'm not. Our problems are far too big for us to be bickering among ourselves. You shouldn't see me as an adversary.
Convince Gordon of that, and things will go smoothly.
Fine, I'll extend an olive branch if that's what it takes to make you happy. Gordon's a stubborn old mule, but I haven't shown the height of diplomacy myself. When Riddler's friends hear he's dead, they ain't gonna just carry on carrying on. They might get sloppy. They might want revenge. Or they might simply accelerate their plans. I'm gonna need eyes everywhere in Gotham. A man like Bruce Wayne, with all his influence and resources, can go places Batman can't. You understand what I'm saying, don't you? Your public persona could be a great help to us here. Maybe even as much as Batman in certain situations.
I understand. You think I work for you.
You're not working for me. We're working together. After all, we both want the same thing. Am I right?
What the hell? Looks like the whole city's under attack. We've got a report of a raid on the Gotham PD arsenal. If those bastards get their hands on our weapons...
This is coordinated. It's Riddler's gang. It has to be. We're gonna need Batman for this one.
Agreed.
Emergency services is already pushed to the limit.
And then we'll have to redeploy patrol officers to defend the arsenal.
Don't divert any men, Warden. I can handle the arsenal call.
Then go already. Let's move, people. This is what we trained for.
There's been an attack in the financial district.
Biotech company on the west side is under siege.
I don't know, Batman's kind of taking a lot on faith there, isn't he? We have no idea what we're walking into here. And also, I still don't really trust Waller, guys. I'm very uncomfortable with this whole arrangement we have. But I don't know how else to play it right now. A threat rises. Okay, 2.1. Yeah, they kind of section out these story sequences by, like, acts. There's, like, episodes and then acts within the episodes. That one was really quick, though, if that was the whole first act. GCPD Arsenal. Somebody got owned. Man, they just iced everybody, didn't they?
What more do you want with me? Shut it.
You got what you came for. You don't need me.
Well, you better hope that's not true. Outlive your usefulness, and the boss will make a pretzel out of your neck. Or keep part of your mouth. Maybe I'll splatter you all over the wall.
Sleeper hold.
Whoa. How many are there?
I don't know. 10 or 12, maybe? The really big one, he made me give him the keys to the armored transport vehicles. I didn't want to, I swear.
I don't believe
It's
you.
okay. Get out of here. Now.
Thank you, Batman. Hey, you about done?
Yeah,
Oh, shit.
Yeah, just about.
All right.
Drop from above.
Make it one more round.
Yeah, let's do that. Okay. Did they just throw a dead body at me?
Who are you?
Oh, it's Bane, guys!
Much like yourself. But you can't call me Bane.
Oh, snap.
A man cannot win a war alone.
And he's juiced up. Power throws!
You fight well, but you fight alone. You will die alone.
Dag! I was gonna get shot if I didn't do it, guys.
I can see why Riddler wanted to be the one to kill you.
Riddler is dead.
He's dead.
Riddler?
You should be worrying about yourself.
I promised my men a hell of a battle if ever I faced you. And I'd hate to disappoint. Oh, I haven't faced a true warrior since I left Peña Duro prison. And there, even the fiercest of men were often subdued. Or driven mad by brutal hours of cold.
I wasn't sure how long they'd let me get away with that, guys.
Pay for that.
kicking Bane's ass right now.
Save your strength, man. This one is mine.
Oh boy. This isn't gonna go well.
I will give you a peaceful death, if you take it.
Damn! That was awesome.
This pain you're feeling, Batman, telling you you're still alive?
You all right, boss? You get him?
There is nothing to fear, my friend. Keep your eyes open. Don't let anyone follow you to the warehouse.
Don't worry, we'll take the back way by the docks.
Safe travels, my friends.
Oh man. Waller's people are well trained and equipped to deal with Bane's men and safely recover the weapons, but Gordon is bound to feel betrayed if I cut him out of the loop. Gordon knows the city better than anyone. The GCPD should be able to quickly find the stolen weapons, but Waller will feel disrespected for superseding her authority. I don't give a shit. Gordon's still my boy, whatever problems we're having. I'm calling him.
Batman? Batman, what's wrong?
Is on the way.
That was a crazy first Bane encounter, guys. I can't believe Senor Truck Driver came in there clutch like that. That was really cool. Oh, man. Yeah, this iteration of Bane seems pretty typical. We are definitely going to have a problem taking him out because, like, a lot of times Bane has, like, these kind of intravenous tubes that feed him his venom, and you can kind of defeat him by cutting those so that it cuts off his supply. But with a direct injection like that, it's like, shit, what are we going to do about that? And I guess that was just the intro, so, yeah. I wasn't expecting him. I actually already know one of the villains that's going to be in this game, guys. I'm keeping it a secret so I don't spoil it for you, but that's not the one that I knew about.
Batman!
Batman! Say something if you can hear me.
Help!
Gordon. Christ. Batman.
Come on, help me.
It won't move.
Batman, we're gonna need you to help us push this thing off you. Come on! You can do it!
It's moving.
Is it working? I think my game just froze. Oh.
You know, this is karma for what you did to that prisoner, right?
Oh, fuck off.
Maybe next... Jesus Christ.
Come on.
The mechanic. Where is he?
No.
He didn't make it.
That dude was cool, though.
Damn it. He saved my life.
Batman?
It's okay, Jim. I just need a minute.
The entire GCPD arsenal raided? Every single armored personnel carrier stolen? With those and the hardware they stole? Christ, I don't even want to think about it. I just want to know who these sons of bitches are.
There's only one of them that matters. He called himself Bane. His men loaded the weapons onto the APCs. Said they were taking them to a warehouse near the docks. They need to be found.
I'm already taking orders from Waller. I gotta take it from you, too?
God damn it, Jim.
So that's how it is.
I'm sorry, Jim. But the city will be in danger if you don't.
I'll see what I can do. Put whatever manpower we can spare on the search for those armored vehicles. In the field and watching CCTV feeds.
Yes, sir.
You know, I'm still mad as hell at you.
What for?
Beating that Riddler goon half to death.
Fuck him.
I only agreed to work with you because I thought you were a man of principle. Someone who wanted to step out of the shadows and into the light. I don't know what's going on with you and Waller, but you've changed.
Not true. I've always been this way.
It's like I don't even know who you are anymore.
I do what I have to do to get the job done.
I see. So this is who you really are.
That's not news to you.
I can't say that it's good to finally meet you. I'm glad you called me with this. Good to know this partnership still means something. But I won't lie. We've still got a ways to go.
Right on time. I'll get to the Batcave. See if I can make some sense of what happened tonight.
So, what did I miss?
I was at the scene of a heist at the Gotham brokerage house when Batman called me here.
What were they after?
We're still getting a full account. Once the dust settles, I'll send you everything we've got. Detective Bullock's writing up a full report. I'll have him send you a copy.
Officers are ready for your deployment orders.
I've got to get going.
Your partner, Avesta. How is she?
Still in the hospital. And doctors say the hearing damage could be permanent. Damn it, it should have been me. I failed her. I put her in danger. It's my fault.
The blame for what happened to Avesta rests with Riddler, not you.
That's nice of you to say. Look, I owe you one for saving my life back there. So I gotta warn you. Waller flipped when she heard you called Gordon instead of her.
Ugh.
You really should stay on Waller's good side for as long as you can. For everyone's sake. I'll tell Avesta you asked about her.
Alfred, prep the med bay. We're going to need it.
Episode 2. The Pact. I wonder what this Pact could be, guys. I think that might be the most beat up we've ever seen Batman in this game so far. That was a rough fight. I gotta tell you guys, I know this whole thing between Gordon and Waller is like specifically manufactured to be stressful and aggravating, and it's doing a great job because it's pissing me off.
Bruce!
fine. Really.
You are not fine, Bruce. None of this is fine. You were nearly killed tonight. Those minutes of silence, waiting for you to respond, they were the worst of my life. I didn't know if you were alive or dead, or if I would ever see you again.
I'm so sorry to put you through that, Al.
You'll just do it again tomorrow?
It is kind of what you signed up for.
We already lost Lucius. I couldn't bear losing you, too. We can talk about all this later. Come on now. Let's get you patched up. As if he wasn't bad enough, now Director Waller knows your identity. That information in her hands?
Waller isn't the one we need to worry about. Bane is still on the loose, with enough guns to arm a small militia.
I understand. The man died for you tonight, Bruce. Trying to save you from that monstrosity. Too many have died. In too short a time. The cost of this war, it just continues to rise.
It's gonna get a lot worse before it gets better. Bane is running free out there. He's just getting started.
That's what frightens me, Bruce. We've never seen this kind of destructive power before.
Waller was right about one thing. Riddler was just a small part of a larger threat. Let's begin with the dart I pulled from his neck.
Got it?
I'm good, thanks, Al.
I like this music in the background right now.
There's still some toxin left in here.
What kind of toxin?
Something new. There's a whole series of powerful psychoactive meds in this cocktail. Drugs that are lethal when combined.
Who could have come up with such a concoction?
Bane could have.
And did the same person pull the trigger?
Bane's attack was one of 3 tonight, all at the same time.
Let's bring him up. Get an assessment of the damage.
All right, review the events of the crime wave that shook Gotham. Well, let's just start at the beginning. GothCorp Labs.
GothCorp Labs, genetic research facility. Where do we even start with this?
Yes, I have no idea.
Authorities can't determine what was even stolen until all of that melts.
At least 20 dead, some completely encased in ice.
Others were frozen solid. Some of their limbs shattered as they fled.
Damn. Mr. Freeze is in the house, guys. They are just throwing a lot of villains into this story.
Waller's intel shows that the thieves made off with numerous pieces of equipment used in the storage and transportation of biological material.
I don't even want to think what they'd want that for.
No IDs on any suspects, though. Security cameras frozen. All witnesses dead.
Okay, I'm sure I'll have to deal with that at some point. Gotham Brokerage.
Gotham Brokerage. 10 million in diamonds stolen. Some safety deposit boxes emptied. Contents unknown. Over a dozen dead, and even more wounded. Mostly by gunshot, though some victims had their heads smashed in.
Oh, that's barbaric.
With a giant mallet, I wonder? Dr. Harleen Quinzel, guys. So this is the criminal I mentioned that I knew was in this story. And I'm not sure what kind of role she's going to play, but yeah, let's check it out.
Witnesses place Harleen Quinzel at the scene. Dressed up as a clown and wielding a mallet.
Don't ask me.
Riddler's friends are as insane and gruesome as he was. Perhaps even more.
Those same witnesses say that she acted alone. All that carnage. All by herself. The look on Alfred's face, that's hilarious. Jesus, guys, I
feel like they may be getting ready to take a couple more liberties with this story, because traditionally Harley Quinn doesn't exist until she gets corrupted by the Joker, but I'm not even sure if they've met yet in this storyline, so this could get interesting. Okay, Gotham Feed and Codex. Let's start over here. Gotham citizens support GCPD Batman Partnership by Julia Martins. Despite some heavy criticism from elected officials, the Gotham City Police Department's public partnership with the mass vigilante known as Batman has been a rousing success with the city's population. You're damn right it has. Across the board, crime in the Gotham City limits has been down from the previous year, with violent crime sitting a record low. Though some on the City Council have raised concerns about Batman's hidden identity and his operation outside the restrictions of the law, it doesn't appear to be hurting public opinion. I don't care who he is, I care that he makes things safer, said grocery store owner Wayne Barton, whose business has seen a 50% spike in sales after dark in recent months. Council member Gail Rich is sympathetic to business owners like Barton, but she maintains, until we know who this Batman is, I don't think we can ever truly be safe. Wayne Enterprises stock hits record high by Mark Phillips. Wayne Enterprises stock hit a record high of $120 per share today during afternoon trading, surpassing its previous high of $115 per share over a year ago. Is that like super high? I don't know anything about the stock market, guys. The record high is the latest event in the company's recent hot streak since Bruce Wayne returned to the company as CEO last year following his brief ouster. Wayne was removed from the CEO position last year and replaced with Oswald Cobblepot in a move that resulted in Wayne publicly assaulting Cobblepot and being briefly admitted to Arkham Asylum. Wayne has since claimed the assault was a side effect of a drug injection at the hands of former Gazette reporter Vicky Vale, who conducted criminal business under the name Lady Arkham. Yeah, that was all episode 1 stuff. Or, not episode 1, season 1, rather. Dent trial date pushed back again by Kate Clark. A federal judge has delayed the start of former Gotham Mayor Harvey Dent's criminal trial by several more months following the departure of the defendant's entire legal team. The team, led by attorney Brandon Hoffman, announced they were recusing themselves in a pretrial hearing on Monday morning. Instead, Dent, who previously served as Gotham's district attorney, has insisted on representing himself in the trial. In a statement in court, Hoffman said, "I no longer feel I can defend Mr. Dent to the best of my ability." Judge Harriet Stokes then moved to delay the trial for 2 more months while Dent prepared his case. This is the 4th delay to the trial and the 3rd set of attorneys to part ways with Dent, who is facing multiple charges of murder, criminal negligence, and fraud. Gazette investigation: What is the agency? By Julia Martins. It seems Batman is no longer the most mysterious crime fighter on the streets of Gotham City these days. Multiple sources from law enforcement have confirmed with the Gazette that a mysterious governmental entity known only as the Agency has been conducting operations in the city recently. That's Amanda Waller's group of people. On the record, there is no evidence of any federal crime-fighting organization by this name, but many sources who have requested anonymity have confirmed that the agency has been present at several recent crime scenes and exerted considerable authority. I have no idea who these people are, but when they show up, they're in charge, one officer said. They act like they know what they're doing, but with no way to check their track record, I guess we have to take them at their word. Officials say Cobblepot is a model prisoner, by Julia Martins. In stark contrast with the ongoing saga of Harvey Dent's legal battle, former Wayne Enterprises CEO and convicted domestic terrorist Oswald Cobblepot is a model prisoner at Blackgate Prison. The man who briefly aligned himself with the terrorist organization Children of Arkham pleaded guilty to all charges against him earlier this year. He was sentenced to 40 years to be served in Blackgate. Observers and legal experts were surprised at Cobblepot's decision to forgo a hearing in court, but from all accounts he appears to be enjoying his new life in jail. "We don't have a bad thing to say about him," said one Blackgate guard who wished to remain anonymous. "He gets talking to him and he's actually pretty charming. He's super smart." I feel like we've read these before. I think this is the same media feed from the first episode. I keep confusing the term season and episode. But whatever, I'm going to put a timestamp at the beginning of this section, so you can skip this if you want. Friends, family, and even billionaire Bruce Wayne gathered at Gotham's Divinity Church today to pay their respects to Lucius Fox, the Wayne Enterprises chief technology officer killed in the explosion that rocked Wayne Tower last Tuesday. Okay, this is actually probably the first new one, now that we've gotten here. An emotional Tiffany Fox, the executive's daughter, described her father as "my hero." Fox had been a longtime employee of Wayne Enterprises, shepherding the company's cutting-edge technology through research and development and onto the market. Many have credited him as the true genius behind the Wayne Company's enormous success. But Bruce Wayne himself declined to speak to the press at the funeral. In a statement, he called Fox irreplaceable and my most trusted advisor. Following the funeral, Fox was laid to rest in a family plot at Gotham Cemetery. Opinion: I was wrong about Batman, by Max Maloney. It's not often I admit defeat, so print this one out and hang it on your refrigerator. Today's a banner day, and it won't come around again anytime soon. That's right, I'm telling you I was wrong. About what, you ask? Batman, of course. Mind you, I'm not looking to invite the guy over for dinner anytime soon, but ever since I first heard the word Batman, I've been warning anyone who would listen that at best he's a lunatic, and at worst he's a grave danger to our city. Which brings us to now. Last night I took my dog for a walk after work, in the dark near Cobblepot Park, and guess what? The dog and I made it out alive. The thought of being mugged didn't even cross my mind, which made me realize just how safe our streets have become the past few weeks. And it made me think, maybe this Batman guy who's been helping out the cops isn't such a bad guy after all. Sure, I'd love to know why he's doing what he's doing, but maybe that's just the old reporter in me. For now, I think I'm happy just knowing things are getting better. Huh. We are making a difference, guys. Slowly but surely. Bizarre Riddler launches terrorist attack at Gotham Casino by Kate Clark. Gotham police are on the lookout for a masked criminal known as the Riddler after he led a brazen terrorist attack at the Virago last night. That attack was stopped by Batman with the assistance of the GCPD, further proof of their successful partnership. The focus of the attack was reportedly Gotham businessman Rumi Mori, who is currently hospitalized in what officials say is a serious but stable condition. The Riddler evaded capture and remains at large. However, GCPD Commissioner James Gordon said all available resources will be assigned to his immediate capture. However, Gordon will not comment on reports that operatives from the agency were on the scene almost immediately. Investigation into Wayne Tower explosion continues by Connor Barton. Authorities are still searching for the cause of a massive explosion that ripped through the high-rise headquarters of Wayne Enterprises in downtown Gotham last Tuesday. According to multiple reports, the agency, a highly secretive governmental crime-fighting organization, has also joined the investigation. The explosion, which killed Wayne Chief Technology Officer Lucius Fox and injured 14 others, is still being called an industrial accident. The involvement of the agency in this investigation raises many questions about the nature of the explosion, but both GCPD and Wayne Enterprises aren't making further comments at this time. Okay, Batman takes over investigation by Julia Martins. Batman is taking a more hands-on approach to his alliance with the Gotham City Police Department, whether officers wanted to or not. Inside sources say Batman recently interrogated a suspect in GCPD custody. Ellie Nabel was arrested following terrorist activity at the Virago Casino. His connection to the Riddler, who committed a series of violent crimes in Gotham more than 2 decades ago, has not yet been released. Critics have asked whether Batman's unauthorized interrogation of Nabel is yet another example of the mass vigilante undermining GCPD authority. Last year, Batman was the first on the scene of a double homicide in Gotham Heights. Authorities arrived only after Batman had conducted his own investigation. It's a slippery slope, said local civil rights attorney Uma Murthy. This isn't the first time the GCPD has turned a blind eye to Batman's violation of prisoner rights. Every time they work with him, they're opening themselves up to lawsuits. The GCPD has refused to comment on the matter. 5 Things You Need to Know About the Agency by Paolo Ruiz. That's the most clickbaity headline in this whole thing. Wondering about the imposing G-men who have been popping up at Gotham's crime scenes? We sat head down with one of their agents and gathered quick 5 facts that will shed some light on these shadowy figures. What kind of typo is that? We sat head down. Like, how does that happen? It's like they changed the wording of the sentence at some point in development. We headed down with one of their agents. I don't know. Waller is at the head. Amanda Waller, former congressional aide, was promoted 6 months ago to regional director of the agency. Region? Everywhere. Gotham falls under the agency's jurisdiction, as does the entire United States. Riddler is their focus. For those of you thinking that the agency presence means a crackdown on Gotham's crime, their only goal here is to track down the infamous Riddler. Armed and dangerous. Don't get in their way, because the agency has been authorized to use deadly force. The nation's best. The agency is the United States' topmost covert organization and accepts only the most skilled and decorated individuals into their ranks. Yeah, so that actually kind of lines up with what Riddler was saying in the first episode, guys, because he said that the agency is the entire reason he exists, or something along those lines. So there's definitely some kind of past there that we never really got to dive into, but maybe it'll pop up again. And then codex entries. Ooh. Yeah, we do have a fair amount of these that have been updated. Alright, let's check them out. Let's see. I really am only interested in reading, like, the new stuff. I wish it was, like, demarcated a little better. Okay, it's just the stuff at the top. After I went behind his back to interrogate Eli Nabel, Gordon made it clear he won't work with Batman again. I've lost his trust in my partnership with the GCPD. I got the information I needed from Eli, but I have to wonder if it was worth it. I don't know. I think Gordon's being a real bitch, and it's just really driving me nuts right now, guys. Renee Montoya. Montoya didn't appreciate me going behind Gordon's back to talk to Eli Nabel, but with lives' sake, I couldn't worry about what she or Gordon thought. I had to act. I threatened Eli with a fake missile signal. I think Montoya understood why I had to do it. I hope she'll be able to smooth things over with Gordon and the rest of the GCPD, but I'm not hopeful. I thought that was a really smart way to do it. It wasn't violent. It might have been a little psychotic, but it fucking worked, and everybody's still breathing, alright? People are just being real babies about this whole thing. Oh, Lucius Fox. Deceased. Lucius is gone. He died in an explosion at Wayne Tower, helping me solve Riddler's puzzle. Loyal friend to the end, his last words will always haunt me. That psycho Riddler was responsible for his death, and I will stop at nothing to avenge him. Well, you can't do that now, because Riddler's dead. I think that entry's probably a little older, too. John Doe. I never thought I'd see John's face again until he showed up at Lucius' funeral. Evidently, he listed me as his emergency contact when he was discharged from Arkham. Could he be stalking me? He wanted me to meet his new friends. I said no. I really don't want to make him think his friendship is going anywhere. Something good did come out of our conversation. John gave me a solid lead on Riddler's location that pointed me to an abandoned water tower in Gotham's East End. Could John Doe and Riddler really be connected? And if so, how? Alfred Pennyworth. I am not my father's son, I am Alfred's. This one we've definitely already read. That's a good entry, but we don't need to read it again. Tiffany Fox. Lucius's funeral didn't go well. Tiffany naturally had questions about her father's death, specifically if Riddler's contraption had anything to do with it. So I told her the truth. I owed her an honest explanation, but in this case, honesty was not the best policy. She blew up at me, threatening to dig deeper into what Lucius and I were doing. Maybe I should get in front of that. Yeah, maybe. Iman Avesta. Agent Blake informed me his partner, Agent Avesta, is in the hospital, recovering from the traumatic hearing loss she suffered at the hands of Riddler. I can't help but blame myself for her situation. I know that the circumstances were impossible. It was the lives of 3 agents or Avesta's hearing, but that doesn't excuse the part I played in changing her life. Really? There was no good way out of that situation. I did the only way I could that kept everybody alive. What do you people want from me? Amanda Waller. Waller confessed to knowing my true identity. This might prove to be dangerous, especially if I choose not to cooperate with her. She warned me to share with her all new information I uncovered. I didn't follow her up on instructions to keep her in the loop when I decided to call Gordon instead of her after the attack on the GCPD arsenal. I don't know how badly this may shake her confidence in me, something I'd like to avoid considering the leverage she could use against me. Yeah, so they're going to use the whole secret identity thing as blackmail in that situation, and every time I get thrown into that situation, guys, it really bothers me because, like, I have to choose one thing, and no matter what I choose, it's going to piss off one of them. Like, why couldn't I have just called both of them when I was stuck under the rubble and I needed help? Shouldn't that be an option? Like, call Gordon and then call Waller. Get them both over there. Holy shit. Vernon Blake. The Riddler ambushed Agents Blake and Avesta at the docks, using them as bait for me in one of his sick games. In an attempt to save his partner, Agent Blake pleaded with me to lose in order to save Agent Avesta's life. I couldn't do that. Agent Blake narrowly survives his encounter with the Riddler, though I'm not sure if he'll forgive me for allowing his partner to lose her hearing in the process. Yeah, because it was totally my fault. Oh. Eli Nabel. I used Tiffany's drone in a decent bluff to scare Eli into cooperating. He gave up the Riddler's location, a boat called the Lady of Dublin. After I threatened to blow up the station to pry the truth out of Eli, I ruined my chance of an alliance with the GCPD. Nah. The Riddler is deceased. The Riddler ambushed Agent Avesta and her team at the docks in an elaborate trap. He forced me into playing one of his games in exchange for their lives. In the end, I managed to outsmart him, but at a heavy cost. Before we could bring him in for questioning, Riddler was mysteriously killed with a poison dart to the neck. All I have now are his cryptic last words. They broke the pact. But who are they, and why did they want him dead? Yeah, like his friends could be John Doe, could be Bane, could be Mr. Freeze, could be Harley Quinn, could be all of them, could be any combination of them. Bane usually works by himself, I think. Or at the very least, he's usually not a subordinate. He's actually a lot smarter than a lot of people give him credit for. His portrayal in the movies has been pretty terrible. In the comics, he's actually one of Batman's smartest villains. He's like a master strategist. So, yeah. I wonder if he'll have that aspect of him in this game. Rumi Mori. Based on John Doe's intel and Mori's email to Riddler detailing their business transactions, there's no doubt that the two have been working together. Or rather, they were. Mori claimed he wants out of their deal, and after what happened at the casino, I'm tempted to believe him. For now, he remains under Waller's watch as a person of interest. Okay. The Agency. I have to work with the Agency now or risk Waller exposing my identity. With Riddler gone, their main target appears to be the group of international criminals he was the ringleader of. Yeah. I just wonder if that's like a code word for the Suicide Squad. You would think not, because Harley Quinn is part of the Suicide Squad. I don't know, guys. I never really read a lot of Suicide Squad stories. I don't know a ton about them. Thomas Wayne, we've definitely read that one. Martha Wayne, we've definitely read that one. That's not going to have anything new. Gotham City. A new class of criminals has converged on Gotham. According to Waller, they're the best of their kind and the most dangerous. John Doe, the Riddler, Dr. Quinzel. How many of them are there? Riddler's plans to terrorize the city ended with his death, but his friends are far from finished. I'll need to deal with this new threat to Gotham, and soon. Arkham Asylum. That is nothing new. Wayne Enterprises. It was a homing missile that caused the explosion at Wayne Tower. I should never have brought Riddler's puzzle into the office. I put my employees at risk. We might be able to rebuild the tower, but we'll never be able to fill the hole left in ranks by Lucius's loss. R.I.P. Lucius. Crime Alley. Riddler's hideout. Abandoned water tower at Gotham's East End. Gordon and I found where Riddler sleeps. He set up a hideout in an old water tower on the edge of Gotham's East End. Walking around that place was like taking a tour of Riddler's twisted psychology. He's methodical and obsessive in his sadism, using agents as guinea pigs to test out prototypes of his murder boxes. Designed to be a giant escape room, Gordon and I almost didn't get out of there alive. Luckily, Gordon was instrumental in solving his riddle, and we managed to escape together. I guess two heads really are better than one. How many more of these do we have? Oh, we're actually at the last one. Gotham City Police Department HQ. Waller used her political clout to take over the GCPD. It's unclear how she'll use her power, but from what I've seen, she won't let police procedure get in her way. Yeah, we do have that in common. I can't deny that. I thought last time these were divided into sections. I guess not. Alright, we hit them all, guys. And I think we've actually looked at everything here now. Very good.
Guns, money, biotech. What are they planning?
We won't know until we get to Bane.
I don't mean to cause offense, but you're in no shape to beat the information out of that monster, or take on his friends if it comes to it. We've already seen how formidable Bane is on his own. Taking on all of them, that would be suicide in your current condition.
Of course I could use help. But both the GCPD and the agency are stretched thin. One thing's for sure. We can't just wait around for Bane to strike again. The death toll is already too high.
Waller might have been right. Some problems might be better solved by Bruce Wayne. Riddler said his friends abandoned him at the Lady of Dublin.
He alluded to the fact that John Doe was one of them.
If that's the case, then John can get you close to the others. He already wants you to meet them. John Doe might be your best chance of getting inside, finding out what they're up to.
John's hardly predictable, but it's a risk I'll have to take.
He clearly sees something in you that appeals to him. It'll be dangerous approaching Bane and his people this way. They'll be suspicious of anyone who isn't a proven criminal. You'll have to give the performance of a lifetime to pull the wool over their eyes.
My father was one of the best-known criminals in Gotham. It should be easy enough to pretend I'm following in his footsteps.
I suppose it could work.
So that's it then. I find John Doe and accept his offer. Hopefully the invitation is still open.
Good thing you hid that tracking device on him when you had the chance.
The stacked deck. That's where he is.
I suppose you couldn't wait an hour or two while you rest.
Not a chance.
Absolutely not a chance, guys. Yeah, this is gonna go great enlisting Joker's help. I'm gonna get in a bar brawl, aren't I?
Batman?
I see it already.
I'll tell you about Batman. He's no hero. The way I see it, he's just a bunch of hired muscle for rich guys. Guys like Bruce Wayne.
I see. Willie, tell Bruce Wayne how that makes you feel.
Okay. It feels...
No, Willie, he's on your right.
It feels like crap, Wayne.
Preach!
And you're just a huge, colossal, gigantic, spoiled piece of sh... Oh, I mean,
Go on. Finish what you were gonna say.
I was gonna say you're a coward who lets other people do his dirty work. But you get away with it all. Nothing bad ever happens to Bruce Wayne.
And besides the whole dead parents thing. Bruce! Don't mind Willie. We're just messing with you. You look like you could use a drink.
Hey, John. What about my medicine?
The bottle's under my chair, Willie. You're making wonderful progress.
Where did that come from?
I run a therapy circle here every second Sunday. These people need the expertise that I learned in Arkham.
I just have like no idea what to say to that.
A tracker, Bruce? Really?
Oh.
I gotta say, I'm disappointed. I thought we'd built more trust between us.
What? That wasn't me, John. Do you have other people that would want to find you?
I don't think so. Not until now. Sorry, Bruce. Coming off the meds, you know, sometimes there's a little residual paranoia.
I can't believe that worked. Well, maybe. I don't know if he bought it.
So, that rude know-it-all really got what was coming to him.
Authorities are refusing to comment on the death of the mysterious criminal known as Riddler.
Who am I? Who am I? You're a rotting, stinking corpse. That's who you are.
John, did you have anything to do with the Riddler's death?
I mean, I hated the guy, but geez, Bruce. You really think I'd be capable of cold-blooded murder?
Yup.
After everything you know about me, you really think I'd do that?
I wouldn't have blamed you. Riddler deserved everything he got.
Why, Bruce? Seems like you hated him even more than I did. Maybe you pulled the trigger. Wouldn't that be a gas? Anyway, I was a little surprised to see you, Bruce. I'm guessing this is about that favor I asked. As I recall, you had some reluctance.
I've been thinking, and I changed my mind. I'd like to meet them now.
Really? You seem pretty against it at the church. Why the sudden change of heart? It's odd. Doesn't seem like you. Doesn't really add up.
The timing wasn't right, but I've reconsidered. The way you described your friends sounded great. A special breed, you said. Inspiring. I like to be around people like me.
I didn't realize I was so convincing. Look, before we get into that, I need to come clean. Riddler was more connected to my friends than I'd let on at the funeral.
Riddler? Really?
Yeah, he was kind of our leader, but he was just so bad at it and so intolerably annoying. I thought he'd be out of the picture by the time you came around. I should have told you. I didn't want you to think we were all like him. No secrets between us. Ever again. You have my word. I pinky swear.
Okay, this is probably fine, right? This is probably okay.
Pinky swear.
Friends for life. Alright, let's go meet the guys. let him know we're on our way.
Hey! I'm out of medicine. I don't like your face. I think you're bothering my friend John.
What's the right play here, guys?
You've got the wrong idea. We're just having a friendly chat.
You calling me a liar? You shouldn't have walked in here. That was your first mistake. And it's gonna be your last mistake. Kiss your ass goodbye!
Calm down, Willie. Let me help you out, huh?
A bribe? I can't be bought off that easy, Wayne. Don't insult me. I got standards. I don't take bribes.
This cash can buy you a whole lot of medicine.
Oh, well, when you put it that way. Thanks, Wayne.
I figured that would work.
Let's get out of here.
I wonder what Joker thinks about that, though. They said he won't forget it. It's because he's impressed, or because it, like, gave him an idea of some kind.
Oh, cool. They're expecting you. Bruce, wow. One more thing. You can't tell anyone this. This is big. Huge. I think I'm in love.
Harley Quinn?
It's an odd feeling. At first, I thought I had some kind of disease, but no. I think it's love.
I am so happy, John. You deserve the best.
Yeah, I'd blush if I could.
I really wanted to choose the with me option.
So mysterious. You at least gotta tell me your name.
She'll want to introduce herself, but if you could please help me look good in front of her, I'd appreciate it. Come on. We shouldn't keep her waiting.
I thought he meant, like, do some makeup on him or something. Help me get gussied up.
Almost got it. God damn it. I thought I had it. Here, give me a hand with this, will you? I'm pretty sure this is how you get this thing started. Come on, come on, come on.
What the fuck?
At least it worked before. It did, I promise.
John, really? You stole this car?
I know it's kind of falling apart, but it was the only thing available, you know? Besides, the newer models, they don't start so easy without a key. There we go!
Uh-oh.
Don't turn around. All right, Wayne. You got my attention. Give me one good reason why I don't redecorate the windshield with your noodle. I bet a smart guy like you has some real pretty brains. Real bright.
Harley?
Stay out of this, Puddin'. Grown-ups are talking.
Why is this happening right now?
Well, you got a reason I shouldn't put a bullet in your noggin?
Trust me, you don't want to do that. The mess will be awful.
Maybe I like mess.
No, brains are like red wine. The stain never comes out, no matter how hard you scrub.
Since when did you ever scrub a damn thing? I'm just joshing you, rich boy. See? There wasn't even a bullet in the chamber. Oops.
God damn it.
Let's put some music on.
Bruce, this is the lady I was telling you about. Harley Quinn. Isn't she a hoot? I knew you guys would hit it off.
Yeah.
Oh, trust me, I'm laughing my ass off. On the inside.
Well, come on, Bruce. Harley was just kidding.
Oh yeah, I forgot. You probably don't like things that go bang too much. After that sad way you lost your folks. Wooden said you didn't want to meet. Now you want to. Bouncing around like a yo-yo don't exactly inspire confidence. What do you want with us? What do you get out of rubbing shoulders with the likes of us?
I want to run this town. Just like Falcone. Just like my father. You can help me do that.
Uh-huh. Sure. The Playboy's trading his tux for a Tommy gun.
She doesn't buy it at all.
Bruce has hidden depths, Harley. Like, really deep. When we were in Arkham, we got into all kinds of mischief. He showed me some of the darkness he's got inside. Don't forget something like that.
Do us a favor, Pud. Skip over to that bodega and get me a slushie.
Right now?
Need a buck?
Nah, I got it.
Poor John. He just doesn't know who he is yet. You know, he's searching. Highly impressionable. He thinks the world of you. So I asks myself, what's Bruce Wayne want with a lost soul like John? It's kind of a mismatch. Raises all kinds of questions.
John and I went through a lot in Arkham. He's a friend.
Oh, ain't that cute? You're sweet on little old puddin'. Here's the thing, lover boy. Guys like him don't have friends like you.
We can't bullshit her, guys. She's smart.
You got that look in your eye, the kind that says you're trouble. And I only like trouble when I'm the one causing it. You got a good reason why I should trust you? 'Cause I sure as hell can't see one. After all, you're a squeaky clean favored son of Gotham. How am I supposed to believe you won't run to the cops the first chance you get?
You shouldn't. You can't trust anyone. Not in our line of work.
Ain't that the truth? You're not what I expected. Still, you gotta show me you got what it takes to be part of our Pact.
I don't like the sound of that, guys.
Aw, gee, thanks, Bud.
We gotta go.
He stole it.
What were you guys talking about?
Your friend was just saying how much he liked you, Pud. Got a little man crush on ya. Ain't that right, Brucey? Ain't that the gist of it?
It's the truth.
You just made my day, Bruce! I want you to know, the feeling's mutual.
This is a very interesting dynamic, guys.
Oh my god! That is the best damn slushie ever.
Damn, she crushed that thing.
Suck on that. I swear, it'll make your whole body shiver. Come on, put your lips on it. I ain't got cooties. Cross my heart.
I do love slushies, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I told ya.
I thought he'd be happy that I was being nice to his girlfriend.
Okay, here's what's going to happen now, Mr. Moneybags. You're gonna go get Mama a little present. From inside there.
Wayne Enterprises.
A little bird told me there's some pretty fancy hacking tech up there. Something called a phalanx key. Get it for me? I'll know you're on the level. Maybe your whole Kingpin of Gotham shtick won't seem so absurd. And maybe, just maybe, I'll vouch for you with the others.
What do you want with the Phalanx key?
Why wouldn't I want it? I hear this thing opens half the security systems in Gotham. And it's just sitting there, hidden in your lab, waiting for someone to put it to use. What's the matter? You better not try nothing fishy. I don't want to have to splatter that pretty face.
It's okay, Harley. Bruce and I already talked. He'll do whatever you want.
Is that right? Will you do whatever I want? Will you jump when I say jump? Will you bring me the shiny things I ask for?
I'll do whatever I think is necessary. That's how this gets done.
Sounds like Bruce has got it covered.
You're on, Brucey boy. Make yourself useful and get me that Phalanx key. And hurry. Mama really wants to get herself some tacos when you're done.
Got this, Bruce.
I was not expecting this out of the story, guys. I've never seen this kind of dynamic between Batman, Joker, and Harley Quinn.
Mr. Wayne. Yeah, if you could please sign in on account of the attack.
Sign into my own company, okay.
So, what brings you in? If you don't mind me asking. Is everything okay?
This is bullshit. I shouldn't have to answer anything about this.
I believe that's my name on the building, which means I don't have to explain myself to you.
Oh, of course not, Mr. Wayne. I didn't... You're checked in, sir.
Seriously, the balls in that guy to even ask that. Just trying to do his job, I guess, but like, come on. I'm the freaking CEO.
Excuse me, sir. Ma'am, this is private property.
Oh, they're coming with me.
You really ought to rethink your hiring practices, Bruce. Your man's lying down on the job.
What did you do to him? Is he still alive?
Don't worry. A little bump on the head never killed anyone.
Not true.
Going up, Brucey. This ain't your stop. Don't worry about your pal. He's gonna make it. As long as you behave, that is. Give me a hard time, I go back and finish the job. The same goes for anyone else who gets in the way. Capiche?
Okay, we'll do it your way. Just don't hurt anyone else.
He thinks he's in charge. How cute. Keep it cool and no one else gets a dinger to the dome. Now buck up. We're all smiles on this crew. There you go. You're looking like your billion-dollar self again.
Oh, Bruce, I'm surprised to see you. And these are... To whom do I owe the pleasure? I don't believe we've met.
Friends from upstate. They don't get to Gotham often.
Yeah, you know, we just couldn't miss getting a look inside this place.
Oh? You should have told me you were coming in. I'd have had facilities set up a tour.
Why don't you show us around? All we really want to see is the crater.
Is this some kind of joke?
Do I look funny to you? Like I'm some kind of punchline or something?
Excuse me?
You gonna let your employees sass me like that? Is this the kind of operation you run here? Your worker bees just mouth off whenever they want.
Regina will apologize. Won't you, Regina?
Bruce,
Make it feel real.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cause offense.
Good. More. Make her beg.
Please. I'm so very sorry.
Boy, do you got some guns on you.
Oh. Oh.
They're enough to make a girl go weak at the knees. Wanna show me what else you got under those clothes? We could carve out some alone time. Just you and little old me.
Let's just stay focused on the task at hand, shall we?
Bruce is right. We are people with purpose. We're here to get the phalanx.
Shut your pie hole, will you, John? You gotta learn to live in the moment.
Joker and Harley Quinn have just, like, completely switched personas in this game.
Wait here, I'll be right back with you.
Forget it, Brucey boy. Your secret lab ain't really a secret. Cobblepot's got quite a mouth on him. I don't think he ever shut it the whole time I was working at Blackgate Prison. He told me all sorts of interesting stuff. Say, do you like chess? Work your magic. Tick-tock. What's the holdup?
Okay.
Tight squeeze.
You know, I think you two are the closest friends I've ever had.
Yeah, this is nuts. Like, Joker's so, like, meek and naive, and Harley's just so psychotic and totally in charge.
I present to you our secret lab.
Lucius, you have seriously outdone yourself this time.
Glad you like it.
Like it? Oh, no, this changes everything.
It was getting a bit dodgy hiding all those batarangs in the Wayne Enterprise R&D wing.
Thank you, Lucius.
Come on. Now the real work starts.
Somehow I was expecting more.
Where's the giant crater? I thought this was where your friend went out with a bang.
That was his office upstairs.
Better question. Where's the phalanx key?
It should be in the vault.
Well, what you waiting for, sweetie? Go get it.
Okay, so here we are in the secret underground compartments with lots of things that these people should not have access to. I don't really see a good way out of this, guys. And there's actually not really anything else to do here, so I guess we'll just go grab the phalanx key.
Lock protocol vault thumbprint required Lucius Fox. That's not right. Why the lockout? Someone's been in here.
What's taking so long, Bruce?
It's saying it won't open without Lucius's thumbprint.
And that got blown up with the rest of him, didn't it? All the dumb luck. You're saying we can't get it open, then? Harley's not going to like that at all. Or you.
Let me try to find latent prints around here with my scanner.
Always thinking, this guy.
Yeah, that shouldn't be that hard, right?
Dinner to celebrate Tiffany's first day at Wayne Enterprises. Sorry you didn't make it there, Lucius.
Although I guess if we were being smart, we should act like we can't find one, even if we really do, right?
Tiffany built that rocket herself. Lucius was so proud. I remember when Tiffany brought that back from art class.
What if we scanned Tiffany's thumbprint and pretended it was Lucius's and then say that it didn't work anyway?
Alright, that's a start.
Oh, we're gonna get partial prints off all this stuff and then combine them, okay.
Getting there.
And it doesn't raise any red flags with Joker or Harley Quinn that I just have this kind of shit on my phone.
Just a bunch of old reports. Need to remember to clean out some of this junk. Not a single usable print.
Alright. Oh, the keyboard. That's gotta be the print gold mine, right?
Okay, still unconscious. Hope he's not hurt too badly.
Yeah, but when he wakes up, this place is gonna go into crisis lockdown mode.
One more partial print should do it.
Okay. One more thing to examine. We've got an EMP generator and a printer panel. What if we were to set off an EMP?
You're really holding us up.
Shut up.
There we go. Okay, this will work.
Now that's a shiny piece of metal. What's it do?
I'm not even sure if it works.
It's an EMP generator, Puddin'. Tell him what it does.
It emits a pulse that knocks out other nearby electronic devices.
Who wouldn't want to try that?
Yeah, it's really crazy, guys, how they're written in this game. Like, normally, Harley Quinn's the one who pines over Joker, and he kind of uses that to his advantage to kind of, like, take advantage of her and use her for things, and it's, like, the exact opposite relationship in this game. Opposite relationship, opposite personality.
Even now, still finding ways to help me. Stay there. Don't touch anything.
I touch what I want when I want, Brucey boy. You knew what's best for you. You'd quit giving orders and find me that key.
That camera perspective is making me think somebody's hiding in here.
Looking for this.
I knew it!
Tiffany.
I told you I'd find out what you got my dad mixed up in. This is much worse than I thought.
You're not safe here. You have to hide.
What the hell are you doing with a secret room full of weapons? What's going on here, Bruce? What's all this for?
Your father worked with Batman. That's who all this stuff is for.
Batman. I knew it! His tech. Dad's fingerprints are all over it. I came looking for answers, but I didn't expect this.
Bruce.
These people you're with. I saw on the cameras what they did to that guard. To Regina.
They'll do the same to you, or worse. Get out of sight.
Bruce, what's taking so long in here, huh? Hey, I know you. We met at your father's funeral.
John.
Okay, Bruce, no need to get physical. I get it. We'll be as quiet as lab rats. But what about Harley? I mean, she's gonna want to know about your, friend here. What am I supposed to tell her?
You don't have to say anything to her, John, okay? It can be our secret.
In Arkham, I was well known for my discretion. All the guards confided in me. I don't like lying to Harley, but I'll do it for you, Bruce. What I really need is the phalanx key. You give me that, I can go out there and, you know, make Harley happy.
You can have the key. Just leave Tiffany out of it, okay?
You mean this thing?
That's it?
You've got to be kidding, Bruce. You can't give these psychos anything from this lab.
Hey now, no need to get personal. We're all on the same side, remember?
Come on, Bruce. You know how dangerous this tech could be in the wrong hands.
Yoo-hoo! What the hell is going on in there?
Please, Tiffany. I've been honest with you every step of the way. Now I need you to trust me. Please.
I better not see this on the evening news.
Thank you. This makes things so much better for everyone.
Thank you, Tiffany. You made the right call.
Harley will be over the moon when I show her this.
Stay out of sight until we are long gone.
Whatever. Bruce.
Wait, change for better or worse?
You better know what you're doing.
I kind of do, some of the time.
Took you long enough? I was starting to think you got sucked into a portal to another dimension or something.
No, we're still on Earth 1. Get it, guys?
You boys did good, you know? Made Mama proud. It don't look like nothing special.
You've got what you wanted. Now let's just get out of here.
Load that thing up too, John. I need it. Hurry it up.
Bruce! Are you all right?
I'm fine, Alfred.
I was keeping an eye on you over the security feed.
Well, breaking into my own company was unexpected.
You're telling me.
Things could have gone so much worse. That you managed to keep both John and Tiffany quiet was a masterstroke, Bruce. Still, that young woman is smarter than both of us, Bruce. It's only a matter of time before she puts the rest of the pieces together. I heard you reveal that Lucius worked with Batman. But will that satisfy her? You know what she's like. She won't stop digging until she gets to the truth. Maybe we should just tell her.
I've always regretted not being more honest with you about your father's life. Don't make the same mistake I did. She shouldn't be left guessing.
You're right. I'll be as honest with Tiffany as I can.
Very good.
With regards to tonight's other catastrophes?
Your night watchman got a nasty lump on the head, but don't worry. He'll be fine. I've already arranged for him to get a generous payout and an extended vacation.
And replaced tonight's offending security camera feed with dummy footage.
Yeah, thank you.
You're the man, Alfie.
As for Regina, I'm afraid she's going to be curious about your friends from upstate. She seemed to be thoroughly unsettled after your encounter.
After what went on, it'll be a challenge to smooth things over with her.
It's all coming so fast. One thing after another.
You're always so good at this, Alfred. You'll figure out the right thing.
Yes, I suppose I will.
Bruce, I know we agreed there was no better way to get to Bane. And believe me, I want to see these monsters pay for what they've done. But this whole masquerade with John and Harley, well, frankly, it's exhausting. Well, be careful, and good luck.
Thanks, Alfie. I know shit's real hard right now, but I need you now more than ever, buddy. You gotta keep it together for me. And as far as being honest with Tiffany, guys, that's been my plan all along. I want her working for me. It's just been very difficult because she's understandably upset about the whole situation. Let's try and be friendly.
Bad signal. Rooftop briefing. Almost feels like the good old days.
If you mean the city's crawling with masked lunatics and I'm not the commissioner, you're not far off the mark.
That's not what I meant. You've been demoted.
Waller busted me down to deputy ops. Everything's got to go through her office now.
That bitch.
Demotion's still tied up in paperwork. For once, the bureaucracy is working in my favor. Here. You're welcome. It's information on Harleen Quinzel from sealed records we dug up at the coroner's office.
Harleen Quinzel's father committed suicide after decades of struggling with mental illness.
Yeah, tough story. Quinzel was a devoted, successful doctor.
But she couldn't save him. Must have been hard on her. The trauma of her father's death caused her breakdown. Turned her into the monster she is today.
Really?
I know what she's done, but I can't help but feel a little sorry for her. It's gotta be rough on a person, going through all that.
Yeah. The loss of a loved one can do that.
I'd have to imagine it would.
Oh, Billy.
Gordon, you're dismissed.
This is still my goddamn station house.
He's forgetting I'm the one who can make or break his career right now.
You only remind me every other minute.
Clearly, I need a better method of getting the message across.
That's enough, Waller. This is Jim's precinct. He's free to do as he pleases.
Maybe you weren't paying attention, but this is my turf now.
You're gonna push me too far, you hear me?
Is that a threat?
No, just God's honest truth. Something you wouldn't know a damn thing about.
She's got some kind of leverage on you, doesn't she?
You're sharp, Jim.
If she's jammed you up somehow, just say the word. I'll appeal to the mayor, the governor, whatever it takes to get her off your back.
I'll do whatever I can to help you.
She knows who I am, Jim.
Oh yeah? Well, so do I. You're Batman. That's all you ever have to be. That's all Gotham needs you to be. And you, if you're threatening to take that away, you should be ashamed of yourself. I don't want to hear it.
Think I scored some points with him there, guys.
Just supposed to come to Gotham, put the chains on Riddler and his gang, and get the hell out. I'm just saying, this city gets under your skin. Fast. Know what I mean? Best laid plans and all that.
You didn't choose this profession because it's easy. You do the job, or you don't.
You're absolutely right. I guess you locals see it differently. Agent of Esther. She fought to get on this assignment, you know? Wanted to see her old neighborhood. Wanted to see you. Her hometown hero. She wanted to impress you. She admires what you do for the people of this city. Your respect is important to her.
She certainly succeeded on that front.
She's one of my best. Still, wanting to impress you? It's the same thing that made her move too fast on Riddler. Now there's a lesson learned. So, Wayne Enterprises. Heard you made some new friends.
You're having me followed.
Thanks to you, these very bad people have an EMP and a key that'll open every lock I would want to keep bolted shut. They're clearly planning something. The stakes are too high to leave anything to chance. You know, I actually considered asking you to infiltrate Riddler's gang. Before everything blew up, I knew I could count on you to get me close to them. Close to Bane. You're good at this. Seems like you've already won Harley Quinn's trust.
This one.
What you saw was just a test.
An operation like theirs requires someone with your resources. As long as you don't blow it, they're gonna want to keep Bruce Wayne around until they take him for all they can. Get them away from their base of operations. Somewhere they'll be exposed. When they're all together, out in the open, contact me. I'll be standing by, ready to ambush. We'll take them down when they're at their most vulnerable. Sound good? They'll never know what hit them.
Oh, these all are good options.
If we do this, I want to guarantee that no one gets killed. No one dies.
No one has to join murder gangs run by maniacs either. Look, I know your code against killing, but I won't risk my agent's safety for a band of sociopaths. Batman, if it gets bad for you, just remember, we're out here. When you're in deep like this, you need friends. Let's say everything goes pear-shaped, and you get stuck in there longer than you'd like. Then what's right, what's wrong, it all gets blurry. And guess what? That's okay. Because you're going to have to do some blurry things that you are not proud of before this is done. You hear me? That's just how these kinds of operations go down.
I created Batman to strike fear into criminals, not become one.
Batman's not the one rubbing shoulders with them at the moment. You should think about which one Gotham really needs right now.
That was a really bad line of dialogue. Batman's always been a criminal. John says you're in it.
Al, I'm in.
Just don't stay embedded any longer than necessary.
I'll be in and out, Alfred. Just long enough to figure out their plans.
Good luck, Bruce. Stay safe.
All right. Here we go.
Wow, that all happened just really fast. Should we do it, guys? Should we call in Waller? Honestly, if people end up getting murdered, at least Batman didn't do it. But then again, I am kind of responsible for it if I call them in, knowing that they're going to murder everybody. Old 5 points.
Hey now! Welcome to our little hideaway and home away from home, the end of the line. We're happy to have you.
Thanks, John.
You said you'd kill him after you got what you needed.
So what? Ain't a girl allowed to change her mind?
Could someone get me out of these handcuffs, please?
Tell me why I shouldn't kill you.
What I have is influence, and that is worth a lot.
Spoken like a man who has never had to do hard work.
Who the hell wants to do hard work?
I bring us back the transport and the arms we require. You bring back a worthless aristocrat. We don't need his money. We have what we need to finish this, thanks to me.
He ain't worthless, you overgrown bicep. He already got us an EMP device and a phalanx key. I'll betcha I can find a use for him.
I do not care how much these two swoon over you, Wayne. We don't want you here, and we don't need you here.
Whoopsie.
What the hell?
John! Turn it off!
Turn it off! Now!
Can you do something about this?
It's Freeze.
Freeze is coming. What have you done?
Whoa.
You need to uncuff me.
Don't screw this up.
You fool!
I can turn it off.
Make it stop, or I will seal you both in ice!
Alright, man.
I swear, if you don't get that electricity back on immediately, I'll send you to a frozen hell.
Oh, I see. I see. Okay, so we want to switch this one and this one. First schematic match. Oh, we gotta do it again. Okay. This is pretty easy. Whoops. I say as I screw up. It's the control fidelity. Almost got it. What the fuck? Why'd they all switch back? What is going on? Did I take too long or something like that? There we go.
Well, at least we know that it works.
I must check on Nora. See how she is.
You may have impressed these two, but I haven't made up my mind about crushing your skull.
Fair enough.
Everyone back to work. There's still a lot to get done.
Who put you in charge?
Somebody has to give the orders.
That was a nice job before. Come on up to my office.
Oh, she wants the D. Yeah, I wasn't sure if they would go with the whole Nora backstory for Mr. Freeze in this game, but it seems like they are. Fun fact about that, guys, apparently that backstory didn't exist until Batman the Animated Series. Apparently before that, Mr. Freeze was just like a really generic criminal. Didn't have any kind of emotional backstory or anything.
Bruce, I just want to clear the air a little. You distanced yourself from us, back at your office. I don't blame you, after all the trouble I caused. You probably noticed I like to stir things up. It's a bad habit, and, well, it's made me more enemies than friends. I want to say, I'm sorry for messing with your people. Your employees. I know they probably mean a lot to you.
Okay.
Thank you, Harley. Your apology means a lot.
Really? You probably think I'm a terrible person, but I want you to understand. You've seen these animals I work with. In my business, you let your guard down for a second, you get torn to shreds.
I can only imagine.
If I'm always pushing buttons, it's to keep people off balance, you know? Keep them guessing my next move. Keep the real me hidden. I hope you ain't gonna judge me for it. To be honest, I've been at it so long I don't even notice I'm doing it. It's just a part of who I am.
I'll be honest, Harley, I wasn't sure what to make of you. I'm impressed.
I'm gonna take that as a compliment. But don't push your luck. You ain't like these others. Bane's a powder keg. Freeze. Well, you saw Freeze. John's sweet, and believe me, he's got heaps of potential. But he's still a growing boy. You, though, you got your head screwed on right. You're reasonable. I can work with reasonable. We're pulling a job tonight. I want you to be a part of it. You already showed you know how to use that EMP better than any of these other clowns. I want you to come with.
A job? Sounds intriguing. What's the target?
I like you, Brucey, but I never give up all my secrets on a first date. It's need to know, and you don't need to know. All will be revealed eventually. Using that EMP, though, that's gonna make tonight's job a whole lot less messy. And that no-neck asshat Bane, he loves making a mess. People getting killed just makes his day. If you're gonna come with, you gotta convince the others.
Convince them?
It's a real pain in the ass sometimes, but you need a majority opinion for anything big. And bringing you along, well, you got some persuading to do. Let me know how I can help.
Sorry about your father. I don't think Bane likes me, so what's the story on Freeze? Can we do all of these?
I get the feeling Bane doesn't like me very much.
That knucklehead respects strength and loyalty. Show him you got those, and he'll come around. He's a man's man. I don't got much time for all that burly machismo, but sit him down for a beer or something. He'll hear what you gotta say. He may kill you when you're done, but at least he'll listen.
Nice.
So what's the deal with Freeze? He's unique.
You mean why he's blue and wrapped up in machinery? Accident in the lab. Here's the thing about Freeze. Only thing he gives two hoots about is his wife. He gave up everything to try and save her when she got sick. And I mean everything. Job, health, soul, the whole shebang.
She's dead?
Frozen stiff. Keeps her on ice in the next room while he searches for a cure. Ain't that just kooky? I mean, that explains why he flipped when the EMP went off. But seriously, who does that?
I don't know. Sounds pretty romantic to me.
Bruce, you big softy. I suppose you could see it that way. It's just made him into such an angry person. You know, it's tearing him up inside. Talking about his wife is the only way to get Freeze to pay attention to you. But watch yourself. His attention ain't always a good thing.
Okay, let's go for this last one, guys.
Listen, I know about your father. About how you tried to help him.
He was a lost cause that made himself a shotgun lunch. What's that got to do with the price of tea in China? You trying to get in my head, Brucey?
Let's try and empathize, maybe?
Look, I lost my parents too.
I know the story. Everyone in this goddamn town knows the story. It don't make you president of the Dead Parents Club. If I wanted to talk about my pop, I wouldn't have had those records hidden. Which brings me to thinking, how the hell would you know a thing like that? You snooping around my private life? You got some inside track I don't know about.
It wasn't exactly a secret in Arkham, Harley. People talk, especially when they're out of their minds on meds.
That's right. Your stint in the loony bin.
Still friends?
Yeah, still friends. To be honest, I'm impressed you found that out. Just don't bring it up again.
Okay, I guess that was a bit of a mistake, but we turned it into a good thing in the end. Now we gotta go about convincing all these other jackasses. We're gonna have to use what we just learned about them. Alright, we can go back into Harley's office. Look at the mural. Why would we want to go back into Harley's office?
Spirit of unity? Not really what I'm sensing from this group.
Let's see what this does.
Come back later, will ya?
Fine. Fuck you then, bitch. Psycho! Cuckoo, cuckoo. I like her design in this game, though. And her voice actress does a pretty good approximation of Arlene Sorkin / Tara Strong, the two primary Harley Quinn voice actors in the animated universes. It's different, obviously, because it's not quite as cartoony. She's trying to be a bit more sinister, a bit more grounded. But she still has that, like, kooky, girlish intonation, you know? Alright, who do we want to talk to first, guys? I want to make sure I look at everything around here, but... Oh, John's house. Welcome banner?
John sure rolled out the welcome wagon. At least he's glad to have me here.
The Hacienda. Hacienda being Spanish for house. It's a pretty good pun. Oh. Loading a whole new instance. Okay.
Hey, buddy! It's always so good to see you. Like, so good.
Always good to see you, John.
I've been wanting to say, Bruce, thanks for helping me out before, and your office, making me look good.
Hey, I'm just glad everything worked out.
Did it ever? Handing that key over to Harley, giving her what she wanted. Pure ecstasy. It was a big moment for me. I should have known right when we pinky sweared that everything would work out great.
Harley wants me to try to get in good with Bane and Freeze.
I think you're well on your way to doing just that. And I've been doing, you know, what I can to help, too. You didn't catch it? When it looked like Bane might kill you, I set off that EMP, you know, as a distraction. Thought it might give you a chance to show off your technical skills in front of Freeze. That's the only thing I think he really respects.
Wow, then I owe you my life, John.
It's what pals do. I know you'd do the same for me. And wouldn't you know it, you nailed it. You already know I like you, Bruce. You better get cracking on getting those other guys to like you too. Because I don't want to have to watch what happens if they don't.
Alright, what else we got in here? Lots of photos to look at.
Think she really brightens up the room. 1,000-watt face.
How'd you two meet?
Same way you and I met. In Arkham. She found me at a dark time and gave me a reason to live out here and experience all this. I don't see how we aren't destined to be together. It just wouldn't make any sense.
Yeah, because you're the poster child for logic and reasoning. Okay, that was informative.
Did you have one here?
Oh, that spot was for Batman.
You like Batman?
What's not to like? I only saw him for a second in Arkham, but... oh man, I'd love to see him again.
The beginnings of an obsession. Oh, Cerveza Prisca.
Prisca.
Now, Bane loves that beer. I bought some for when I need to talk to him. He's scarier than anybody in Arkham.
Ah, nice. Now we can give him a beer, make him like us. Thanks, Joker. That may actually come in way more handy than I thought at first. Going in there and talking to him. Alright, so before this beer gets cold, let's go talk to Bane. Oh, we can talk to these dudes too. Oh, we can look at them.
EMP shielding. This material will keep whatever it's insulating from being affected by the EMP blast.
Oh, that may become important later.
What the hell do you want?
Bane doesn't want us talking to him. Get out of here.
Okay, goons. Just wanted to say hi. Wish you guys good luck on the big job later.
And now I see where Bane gets his fashion sense.
From what, pro wrestlers? What else? There was something else there on the desk. Yeah, there we go. Venom Lab. Yeah, if only we could find a way to sabotage that stuff, that would give us a big leg up in a later fight. Let's give him the beer.
Just thought you looked thirsty.
Please, come. Riddler, he bombed your building and killed your friend. Someone did that to me. I'd bomb their building, kill their friend. As Riddler's friend, I have to know, are you here for payback? Did you come for revenge? Answer me, or I will break you in half.
Riddler is dead. Any revenge I wanted, I already got.
He did not deserve such an end. But you have a point. In this line of work, one cannot be too careful. Trust has been the hardest thing to find, especially after Riddler's death. We'll see if you can be trusted, Wayne. Very soon.
Okay, he just one-armed a barbell with like 360 pounds, I think. 380, including the bar, somewhere around there. Let's just round it up to 400. And he wasn't even juiced up on Venom at that moment. That is fucked. Yeah, I mean, Batman's good and everything, but he's just physically outmatched by Bane. And damn near mentally outmatched, too, in some stories and instances. So wait, I guess we're done with Bane? He just kind of left. I guess that's wrapped up already.
What would Harley need with an EMP? I can't risk tampering with it.
Okay, we'll just leave it alone. I wonder if there's a present we can get for Mr. Freeze as well. Probably not. He doesn't really care about anything.
What are they planning to do? I don't have time to sort through all this. Not with them watching me.
Yeah, I was thinking about that earlier. I was like, have there been any story clues about what this big job actually is? And I don't think there has been yet. But I could have missed something. Okay, let's talk to him.
I heard about your wife, and
That was not the best start!
Hear me out. I might be able to help.
What do you mean? You'll answer me if you're smart and understand the concept of self-preservation.
You can't go on forever like this. A fugitive caring for a terminally ill loved one? It's just not feasible.
What the hell do you know about it?
What if you get caught? Sent to prison? What happens to your wife then?
What do you propose?
You help me, I help her, that I take care of my friends, she deserves a chance at life. This one.
I own technology companies, Victor. Big ones. You could house and protect her. Continue your research to cure her.
Why? Why would you do this?
Your wife deserves it, right? The innocent deserve our protection.
You're right about that much. I'll talk to Bane. Make sure he thinks you're on the level.
You have my word.
I may have misjudged you.
Wait!
Good luck.
They're gonna want me to kill this guy, aren't they?
He was with my crew at the police arsenal.
Bane!
The prisoner he was supposed to be guarding got away. And yet he doesn't have a scratch on him.
This is crazy!
I suspect we have a traitor among us. One begins to smell a rat after Riddler's murder and that prisoner getting away. Loyalty is all that we have. But there can be no trust unless I can believe that you are who you say you are, and that you are really willing to do all that you claim. Only one of you walks out of here.
You know me!
The sooner one of you picks up that pipe and bashes the other's head, the sooner we get this over with.
Fine. I'll prove it!
When they say be brutal, do they mean kill him? Because I'll beat the shit out of him. I just don't want to kill him.
Very good, Wayne. Very good. Maybe you do have what it takes to join our pact.
The package is moving.
What's going on?
The job we've been getting ready for. It's happening.
Good. I'm ready.
Not so fast, the moneybags. You're not in the Pact. Not yet. Not till everyone votes. What do you say, boys? Bruce Wayne. In or out?
The aristocrat is not afraid to dirty his hands. I say we add him to the pact. In.
There may be more to Wayne than first appeared. He can be trusted. In.
Bruce is strong and smart and handsome, like super handsome. It's nuts, you guys, and... Where was I going with this? Right. I vote in.
Well, aren't you, Mr. Popular? We got a majority, folks. Bruce is in. You've earned a ticket to ride, pal. Make sure that EMP shielding is on those APCs. I don't need any surprises. Time to get that package.
Remember, when we work together, no one can stop us. When we work together, the world can be ours! Let's go!
Somebody grab that thing, it's important. Let's go hit him with the hind!
Well, I guess we did it. That's good news. Yeah, that whole event there with beating up that dude, that was the kind of thing where, like, those options weren't descriptive enough. Like, I don't even know which one it went with, because I didn't pick one, so it just defaulted to one, and I don't know which one it was. Like, brutal or merciful, like, what happened could really have gone either way. Like, if we had picked brutal, would we have killed him? If we had picked merciful, would we have not done anything to him? Like, I don't know. And I guess I just took too long trying to decipher it.
Wayne, we are close. Make your device ready.
Will do.
Okay, let's do this.
EMP primed and ready to go.
That was easy.
Harley.
Yeah, what?
We have almost reached the target vehicle.
Uh-huh.
Now, you are providing our escape.
Waller. On the move with targets. Track the signal. Get your people here now.
We've got your signal locked. Cavalry is on the way.
Didn't even have a choice there.
Now we do this.
Wait, what in the...
Bruce. Now that we're actually here and it's really happening, I'm feeling some butterflies in my stomach.
We have an obstruction ahead, both lanes. Armored vehicles. Service weapons at the ready. Do not engage.
Now, Wayne! Do it!
Okay.
What was that?
What the hell is going on?
HQ, do you copy?
My gun, it's fried.
All comms are down.
Move! Carry the torch, Mr. Suit. Stay sharp. Secure the vehicle.
That was a proper Joker laugh right there.
Stay down.
Face it, you're outmatched. Nobody has to die here.
Your place is on the perimeter. Keep...
Yeah.
Freeze! Open the door! Everyone, stay sharp and keep order. Allow no sudden moves, and no talk.
Strike it. Go on. Quickly. You're wondering what's in there. Find out for yourself.
Back off, or I'll shoot.
No!
Don't.
Break it off!
We don't have time for this. We're not done here, Wayne.
I would not turn my back on him. I'll leave this cleanup to you, but hurry. Men, seize the cargo.
Get out of here!
Waller, where are you?
Waller here. Let them have it, Wayne.
What are you talking about?
The package. Let them have it. It's not worth my agents' lives.
Waller, you suck.
You can't be serious. You were supposed to be here.
No! That was my ride! Break out the artillery and disable their vehicles!
Damn it. We can fix this all later. For now, just move it. Waller out.
I don't want to hurt you, but I will blow your heads off if you make me. Eat concrete! Lights out!
Put out that fire!
On it.
I'm gonna play whack-a-mole with their heads.
We've got to take her out.
It's a warrior's death!
Bane.
Kane!
Damn.
Be careful not to get in my way. Secure the cargo. Harley! Need to leave now! Fine. Forget you.
You have gotta be...
Damn. That all just played out so fast, I'm not even sure where we stand after all that. I guess Harley's in custody now. And we successfully stole whatever it was we were looking at. Waller's a real bitch, so I knew we couldn't trust her, but there wasn't really anything I could do about it up until this point. Or even now, really. Except for, like, never talk to her again.
You did well tonight, Wayne. Better than that yammering harpy.
How could we leave her?
We need to get Harley, now!
Impossible. She's dead, or in jail.
So we break her out!
And if she's dead?
You better hope she's not. We have to help her. She'll be expecting us. She needs us.
It was totally her own fault.
We'll get her back, John. I promise.
Great. Let's go. We have to go now. Right now!
We don't have time to waste on her.
But... What?
That's enough. Save your breath. We have the cargo. Let's get this over with.
You'll regret this, Bane!
Forget him. We have a job to do. This key is yours, no? Open the box. Be quick.
Well, I guess we don't have a choice. What? I almost said something about how I thought it might be a corpse in the box. And I was like, no, that's dumb.
It is sad to see a legend so, but there is no other way. At least now, we finally have everything we need. Riddler will open the path to us, once the thief brings the last piece.
I'll open
Catwoman? Hello.
for the right price.
Yep. Wow, we have a real rogues gallery going on in this game, guys. Just tons of villains all wrapped up in all this shit. So, almost split right down the middle, we left John feeling sad. He was overjoyed when you pick your sword and never lie again. He was intrigued by the underhanded way you handle Willie, but because you let Harley get left behind, he is heartbroken. I let Harley... What? Okay, you know what? I really enjoy these games, but they always do that shit. They give you a shitty choice, and then they blame you for it after the fact. And by the way, that wasn't even really the choice. I didn't let Harley get left behind. That was fucking Bane. And it was Harley's fault. Like, we yelled for her to come. Like, when did I make a choice that had any impact on that? Oh, that makes me so angry. Oh, alright. Moving on, 99.7% of players left Waller feeling content. She was frustrated when you asked her to consider Gordon. She disapproved of you calling Gordon instead of her to help you, but because you agreed to work with her while undercover, your relationship with Waller is positive. So, I can't believe that. Almost 100% of people went with that choice. That's just nuts. 49.1% of players left Harley feeling angry. She liked how efficiently you retrieved the Phalanx key. She was impressed that you managed to uncover information on her father, but because you fought with Bane instead of her, she feels slighted. Oh, is that what that choice was? See, I didn't even understand that. Didn't it say head off Bane or head off Harley? Because I really thought that meant, like, stop them from killing who you were, or like who they were going for. So, I didn't really consider it fighting with them. In fact, I was expecting them to get pissed off at me. That is weird. Okay, well, she's angry at me now, I guess. Whatever. 100% of players left Gordon feeling worried. Wow, 100%. That's just nuts. He was surprised you called him to help you despite being on bad terms with each other. He is horrified that he never really knew what kind of person you are, Because you told him the truth, he is worried that Waller might expose your identity. Man, I gotta tell you guys, that aspect of the story is pissing me off too, because he knew what kind of person we are. I don't remember the exact details, but in the first season, we definitely went, like, really far beating the shit out of a criminal. I think it was Falcone, actually. Like, we beat the ever-loving shit out of him, and everybody knew it. And that choice was specifically set up that way, like, be merciful or, like, break his fucking legs. And we went far, dude. Because I decided that was the kind of Batman I was gonna be. So Gordon should have known that. This is bullshit. 59% of players left Alfred feeling content. He approved of your decision to be honest with Tiffany. He was proud when you told him he always does the right thing. Your conversation in the parlor gave him a renewed sense of purpose. So at least we did everything right with Alfie. I got that much going for me. 77.3% of players left Tiffany feeling worried. She was surprised when you told her Lucius worked with Batman. She appreciated you letting her choose to trust you. You convinced her to trust you, but she is concerned for your safety. Alright. I still hope she'll become an ally, but who knows. Did you get Tiffany to hand over the Phalanx key? Yes, we did. Did you call Gordon or Waller to the arsenal? 65.3% of players called Gordon. It should be higher, I feel, but okay. Did you pay Willie off or let it get resolved with violence? Me and 48.1% of players tried to calm down Willie with a drink when he drew a knife on you. 15.3% of players tried to resolve things peacefully with Willie when he drew a knife on John. 14.2% of players took Willie down when he drew a knife on John. 22.4% of players took Willie down violently when he pulled a knife on them. So we were definitely in the majority there. That seemed like the smart way to handle that. I don't know. Who did you follow in the convoy? 54.1% of players attempted to minimize casualties in the convoy raid by following Bane, undermining his rampage at every opportunity. Yeah, that's what I thought that choice was about. I guess it was like serving a dual purpose, really. Did you pinky swear with John? 95.5% of players accepted John's offer of a pinky swear, becoming friends for life. I was really worried about that choice, because I was like, what if his pinky's poisoned somehow? It doesn't seem likely, but it could happen, right? Okay, there's all the stats, guys. As usual, I'm in the majority of most of them, it seems, or it's just kind of split right down the middle. I'm pretty happy with most of my choices. For the most part, I suppose. I don't think I ever did anything super wrong. It took me a little while to figure out how to really handle Harley in this game, because her personality is so different. But once I realized that we couldn't bullshit her, I started getting on her good side, so I'm kind of proud of myself for that. Get the complete season pass. You realize I already own it. Why do you not realize that? There's some weird stuff with the UI in this game when it comes to stuff like that. And this splash screen keeps popping up. I don't know why. I really don't need to see that every time I navigate through a menu in this game. Do we get a preview for episode 3? Because usually there is one, right? I should very much like to see it. Or it might just kick us back to the title screen. Yep, I guess we don't get a preview of episode 3. I guess fuck episode 3. But I'll tell you guys what, we can at least come in here and see episode 3 is coming soon. It's called Fractured Mask. As the pressure to uncover the impending attack on Gotham intensifies, Bruce navigates his dual identity and his relationships with his new allies. Yeah, so I guess this whole season's gonna be about, like, really being part of the criminal underworld and trying to navigate all these different villains and keep them all happy and not suspicious while just preventing the terrible things that they want to do. And it's a lot of really intense scenarios and difficult choices, and I'm sure that the writing is really hard to navigate for this kind of stuff. There's just a handful of things that stick out about it that end up pissing me off that really seem like inconsistent or just kind of unfair in the way it's structured. But yeah, you're going to have this. It's a Telltale game. I'm still enjoying it overall, and I think they're continuing the tradition of taking a lot of liberties with the traditional Batman stuff, but keeping it interesting. And, like, changing things generally for the good, and just, you know, making it the kind of thing where, like, you're experiencing these Batman stories that you're familiar with, but there's new twists on them, so it keeps it fresh, and you're kind of on your toes the whole time. And I'm pretty excited to see where it all ends up. So check out episode 3 when it comes out. I'll definitely play it on my channel, guys. And I'm not sure when it comes out just yet. It's probably going to be a month and a half, 2 months. That's Telltale's general schedule. So we will play that together when it comes out. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you appreciated. Hope you enjoyed this long-ass video. I am Dude Long Couch, and I'm going to sign off for now. Have a good one, guys.